Just this hour, President Biden marked 1 year since a terror attack killed 13 U.S. service members during the withdrawal of American forces from Afghanistan. Biden remembered the Americans as, quote, heroes working to save lives as part of the largest airlift evacuation operation in our history. There are their faces there. You may remember this photo of Marine Nicole G. She shared it on social media just days before the blast that took her life and those of so many others. She was cradling an Afghan child there. More than 170 Afghan civilians, some of the thousands who frantically hoped to escape Afghanistan from the airport, also died in that attack. Let's speak now to Jason Chris Houck. He's a retired U.S. Army major, currently director of the Global Friends of Afghanistan, also a veteran of the Afghan war. Major, thanks for taking the time this morning.
Hey, good to see you, Jim.
I want to ask you, it's a year since this attack. 13 U.S. service members lost, of course, just the latest at the time, in a series of attacks that killed so many people including folks you knew and fought with. And we've heard from veterans suffering from real trauma, particularly in the wake of the withdrawal. Understandable questions about what was the sacrifice for. And I wonder if you've seen that, perhaps experienced that yourself.
I've definitely seen that and been working through. This has been a long year, especially for all the people volunteering to try to evacuate and resettle the Afghan refugees and the SIVs. As one spouse put it to me one day, I'm getting to see what my husband was like on deployment. It's been a year of him working 19-hour days, using every penny he has to try to save Afghans on the other side of the world and help them resettle. So it has been a crushing year for most Afghan veterans, and especially those involved in the evacuation and resettlement.
Yeah, you guys are doing yeoman's work. It's so many groups doing their best to get folks out. You have written that the overthrow of Afghans' elected government plunged the country, using your words here, into despair, violence, and fear. I know that you and others believe strongly that the U.S. left this country, these people behind. What would you like to see the U.S. do to help Afghans through that humanitarian crisis right now?
This has been, in the words of Afghans, and I ask a lot of them as I speak to them every day, this is just seen as a betrayal by them, that we've abandoned them, especially the women. I'm going to be on a Zoom with the women in Kabul that have been doing the protesting right after this. They're just crushed. They feel their morale is sagging. We need to have a huge humanitarian push. But I think it's also time that we recognize that the Taliban, Haqqani regime are one, and they are partners with Al-Qaeda, and they are all terrorists. We can break away from this Doha agreement that we've signed. They have failed it numerous times, and it's time to treat them like terrorists.
Yeah, you've called it, as we mentioned earlier, a terrorist paradise now. You are recommending that the U.S. need to rebuild its intelligence lost after the withdrawal of U.S. forces, but also should not take military action off the table. We did see the successful strike on the Al-Qaeda leader Zawahiri just a couple of weeks ago. Does that give you confidence it's possible to fight the terrorists from outside the country?
It is possible. It is going to be very slow. We have forces that are designed to help counterterrorism forces in other parts of the world in country. We have a strong intelligence capability that is good at this. And right now, you've got the Haqqani and Taliban leaders inside Afghanistan. They don't have an air force. They have no skills to keep those drones from coming. The Haqqani leaders went on a walkabout when they hit Zawahiri. They ran for their lives. They thought they were next. So without the ability to escape into Pakistan easily and hide there under the Pakistani safety, this is the perfect time to eradicate a lot of these terrorists. Give Afghans the chance to rebuild their own country on their own terms.
Now, are you saying it's necessary to put U.S. boots back on the ground inside the country to accomplish that task?
It could be paramilitary, but we do have some organizations that are very skilled at this type of work and are doing it in places like Syria and all over Africa. There is no reason we shouldn't remove the terrorists that are holding 40 million Afghans hostage. As one of my Afghan buddies told me, he's a retired general that ran their special ops. The Al-Qaeda bases have grown about tenfold since we left, and they're using our old bases as Al-Qaeda camps. I've known him since he was a captain. I mean, he knows what's happening in that country. We are watching things grow to a danger that was worse than before September 11th. And we're just watching it. We've got to take some action, or they are emboldened, and they're going to keep doing what they want to do.
Well, Major Jason, Chris Hauke, you've done so much work since you left the country to stay engaged and do your best to improve people's lives there. We thank you for that, and we thank you for joining us this morning.